All right, Talib Kweli have just released a new album. Well, not just released it. He released this like a week ago or so forth. But I just got time listening, just got enough time listening to it. And I'm going to get into this review, all right? Now, your boy Talib Kweli was a pioneer of keeping conscious rap alive in the late 90s. He joined up with Mos Def to create Black Star and release one of the most influential albums in history. Talib Kweli and Mos Def are Black Star, where they talked about issues of big hip hop being too violent. They talk about how New York was the mecca center of hip hop. They samples call back to hip hop being in New York, like what you call it, KRS-One and Slick Rick, and so much more. And hey, of course, he released a few albums that were all critically acclaimed, and it's hard for him to be critically acclaimed when he's. It's hard for him not to be critically acclaimed when he's so conscious and thoughtful and progressive, I should say. So yeah, let's just get into this. Now, I believe this album is a reference to how radio rarely plays conscious hip hop. They like you to turn up in the club. And of course, that's the radio silence. They do not progress um or give any notice to like stuff that makes you think on the radio, sadly, of course. So yes. Now, of course, the cover have a woman wearing natural hair yelling, and it shows female empowerment, you could say. And this album is a lot about female empowerment, with She's My Hero talking about a wife suffering from an abusive late relationship. And the song The One I Love shows the flip side of relationships and how somebody could love you and care for you so much. This album not only speaks to women, it speaks to men with the songs Heads Up, Eyes Open, where he talks about different types of men and how they deal with life throughout the years. And also, the song All of Us talks about how it includes all of us, as in men, women, children, basically the whole family in this struggle for freedom that he has. Now, the two intro tracks are very short, and both of them have like snippets of people talking. If you really want to hear audio, you'll kind of hear like a third of this album is audio, a third of this album is poetry, and a third of this album is raps. So he's very much open to, you know, adding more to his repertoire when it comes to his albums other than rap, if you want to know. But he's not only about consciousness, he's about turn up. He has the songs like Let It Roll, and he has a song Chips with Waka Flocka Flame. And it's nice to hear Waka Flocka Flame come in this album because we haven't heard him in a while. And he's tipping back to more into, I guess, hip hop, which is kind of ironic because Waka Flocka said he wasn't black. But I guess this was way before he said this, that he recorded this. But whatever, stuff like that. Speaking of comebacks, Jay Electronica drops a flame verse on this album, you know, bringing back the old magic that made us love Jay Electronica for real. Now, the song Nocturnal, it has this looping sample of what I think is a woman screaming, well, just harmonizing a bit. I don't know if it's the woman from the cover, but it's pretty okay, you know. And he talks about how being anti the stereotypes that they put on black men, it's pretty nice. And also, I like how he referenced the whole ideas of school to prison pop line and the whole writing on hieroglyphics and stuff like that on Nocturnal. If I have to make one criticism of this album, I would say it does not end well with the writing on the wall. Um, the piano is nice and the poetry at some point is nice, but overall it gets a little dull when you have 4 minutes of straight poetry. But hey, that's all I have to say. You know, jazzy, short intros, the beginning of the album, a long, long outro at the end of the album that's also pretty great. Two bangers, which is Chips and Let It Ride. Two inclusional tracks, which is All of Us and Head Up, Eyes Open. Two love tracks, which is the song The One I Love and the song She's My Hero. And of course, two another two bangers going to the intricate detail of a inner city youth, which is Nocturnal and Radio Silence. So overall, pretty good album. I wouldn't say this is a great album. This is a standard Most Def album at best. But you know what? Most Def is pretty awesome. I'm going to give this album a 7. All right, now please like, subscribe, share the video, and I'm out, guys.